Hello there and welcome to Talking Wet. It's the Moist Boys podcast. I am Danny and today we have got with us.
I'll see. I'm getting replay. I've messed that up already.
That's fine.
I'm Moist Boy 2, Michael, and then to the side of me.
Almost got
Boy
it.
3, Joms.
Nice boys, how we
That
doing?
side of me.
That
I don't know.
We'll work on that. We'll nail that by the end of it.
No one knows.
By the time we get out of this lockdown, we're going to have that nailed down.
We probably won't. No, that's the worrying thing.
Oh.
This way.
So this is episode 3, guys. We've now done 2 full hours of just chatting shit.
That actually sounds like a real thing, doesn't it? When it's number 3.
I think number 10's really going to seal it in for me. Oh, Mick, same drink.
Oh, same to me.
Oh.
Do you want us to come and drop you some off, Moist Boy 3, James?
Oh, mate, do you actually have booze?
Yeah, I do.
I would love you to drop some off, to be honest.
So
I can actually do that after this if you'd like.
The crux of this episode that we've teased in our Discord and not on Twitter or on Instagram because why would we update them, is that we've all done an IQ test this week, and we are going to finally find out which of the Moist Boys is the most intelligent Moist Boy. Let me just say, it was an IQ test that were found by Googling free
IQ
accurate IQ test. I'm fairly sure it's just a reskinned Facebook quiz that we used to do back in the 2000s, but later in the show we're going to go over our results, and we don't know each other's results yet, but we'll find out. So stick around for that.
Do you remember when we went through that weird phase of just doing loads of BuzzFeed quizzes? That was only like two months ago.
They were some of my favourite streams.
Time feels like it's flew over, but at the same time, not much time's actually passed, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's really
I get you.
Well, this is only the 43rd time we've actually gone live on Twitch, which seems insane to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we've done like a million streams.
Yeah,
I feel like a professional broadcaster.
You've probably, because you missed a few weekends and stuff, you probably hit about a year.
August is a year.
Is it August? Jesus Christ.
Oh, Jesus, that's nowhere near a year then, is it?
8 months, mate.
8 months away. So did you want to talk about something in particular, Mick? You had a question.
I had a question, yeah. So I've been thinking about the first day after lockdown.
Right.
Let me enunciate this well for you. It's day 1 of lockdown. What is the first thing that you want to do?
Day 1 post-lockdown?
Yeah, like Bosch. We're free.
I'm going to be honest.
I'm going to go for a pint, I think.
There's a lot of people...
First thing, James, pint.
Probably. It's a nice cold one, mate.
Why though? Like that's not great. Like I'm talking potentially getting a skin fade. Who knows?
Do you think you're going to get your hair cut straight away? I can't see anybody getting a hair appointment.
Oh mate, I'm in the know, you know.
The thing is, take the lockdown as it is, and then you've got to double that for the next available haircut slot. It's going to be 8 months, mate. 8 months until your hair gets cut.
I'd like
mate,
to
just keep shaving. Just keep shaving your head.
No.
So you're saying after all of this, let's say we spend another 2 months, 3 months indoors, the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to go and get your hair cut?
Yeah, mate. It's a weird sensation. Like I can't do my hair anymore. It's at that weird mid-length where there isn't a hairstyle. It's just horrible.
I'm probably going to, in this order, probably go for a pint and then go shopping.
I'm probably not going to trust
Probably should go shopping first, mate.
that the lockdown's over.
Yeah, no.
If the government tell me it's fine to go outside, I'm probably not going to go outside for a while. It's only going to come back harder.
I do also think though it's going to be an absolute nightmare because it's going to be like bank holiday times 1,000 for like a good 2 weeks already.
Yeah. Which I don't have a problem with, to be honest. I think that'll be pretty fun.
And I think it'll actually be a shock for a lot of people going back to work.
Oh well, the thing is, I'm still working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do miss the office. Like, I'm starting to crack up a bit now. I'm starting to crack.
I'll be
Yeah,
honest,
true.
this has been my worst week so far. I've struggled so hard this week to just keep my brain from.
You've been trying to do uni work, haven't you?
Yep.
No,
No, I have. I've been trying, but it's really hard to get in that mindset where you're like, all right, I'm gonna sit here for an hour and read a book.
Yeah,
That's just dry as fuck.
To read
and then,
really.
Yeah, and then you just sit there. I don't know. It's just been tough. I've turned to people watching this week quite a lot because my house backs onto a huge field.
Oh, like physically watching it.
So I just sit in my back garden and I sort of watch over people, and it's like quite popular for dog walkers, and there's been a lot of people running on it and a lot of people riding the bikes on it, and it's actually annoyed me quite a lot. This is going to be my complaint for the week. I've got.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Dan's complaint.
So the path going across this field, as you both know, it's about 2 meters wide, right?
Yeah.
A bit more.
We're meant to stay 2 meters away from each other.
Oh, here we go.
Why the fuck are people not just using the path as the measurement? They might as well be walking and just coughing into each other's mouths at the distance that they're staying away from each other.
Oh, 100%.
Just be on one side of the path each. It's not that difficult.
Have you been to Asda though? It's exactly the same.
Yeah, mate, they're all fucking idiots as well. The whole people are just shite.
So I walked somewhere the other day as well.
Yeah, like I went running yesterday. I think it was yesterday. So I was running beside Barnes Chippy, on the way down to Ashbrook, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So when I was running, I was on the path, and then like beside the path before to the road, there's like trees and stuff where it's not really path, like you can't walk in a straight line on it. Yeah. So I was like running. There was people in front of us, so I went to run on the road. But then there was a guy who was in oncoming running, if you know what I mean, and he just ran as if it was normal. And there's me making an effort to go on the road to avoid these people that were walking in the same direction as me.
Mm-hmm. Like a sensible human.
Yeah, but this guy just ran in between the middle of us, and like I was like, oh, well, we've all got it now, haven't we?
Back to Asda though, right? They've fenced off the entrances and exits, and they've marked it quite clearly how far 2 meters is, right?
Yeah.
So I walked out of Asda yesterday, not yesterday, but at some point, behind a woman. And she, like, I'm staying back, I'm like pacing really slowly behind her. She gets out the front door, there's a fence blocking off the exit. She just stands in the middle of the fence and looks at her phone. I'm like, okay, that's fine. She might just be waiting for somebody to like ring her to see where they are or whatever. She just stands there, she's scrolling on her phone for ages, and I'm still stood right behind her, just like 2 meters behind. And then she turns around and she gives me the dirtiest look I've ever seen in my whole life. Like I'm some sort of weirdo.
Because you were right up a Jackson.
Just because I'm standing 2 meters away, staring at her, just waiting for her to make any sort of move.
That sounds pretty weird, like, to be honest.
Yeah, to be fair, if I turned around and I saw you waiting,
she knew I was behind her. We walked out the shop at the same time, and I went, "You go first," because I'm a nice, polite boy.
You don't look good. That's the thing, Dan. Like, you don't look like a responsible member of society. You know what I mean? Like, and imagine you were there in some sort of beaten up trainers, you're in your joggers, you looked a mess.
I was wearing Yeezys and jeans, son.
Yeah, you hadn't brushed your teeth that day.
Oh, how dare you! I brushed my teeth.
This is like a personal attack now.
Of course it is.
Turned around and was like, "Who's this guy? Looking at me."
I'll let her out of the doors before me. The least she can do is clear the end of the bloody fenced off bit. What was I meant to do? Bloody Mission Impossible jump over the fence with with 2 crates of Amstel in my hands.
She wasn't.
Maybe she was looking at the fact you had 2 crates of Amstel in your
hand. To be fair, it's not a necessary purchase.
She wasn't like on the phone.
It's not essential.
She was like on the phone, like trying to.
She was ringing the police.
2 crates of Amstel and some blonde hair.
Liam Neeson was on the other side of the call. I want you to put your phone. This is my Liam Neeson, by the way. I want you to put your phone in the trolley. I'm gonna listen.
Mission Impossible. Nicholas Hoult is in the next one.
Is he? Beast himself. The Beast himself.
Yeah.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah, no, well, yeah, it's official, mate. So you might have heard.
Well, since About a Boy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mad Max.
Yeah. Mad Max.
He was in that one,
Still.
He was, yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about Mission Impossible. I'm not sure how I felt about any of them.
really like it, but it is a blockbuster franchise. But I don't think I'm getting any great depth of them. It's not really moving us anywhere. It's just a nice watch, isn't it?
Number 3 was a banger, where they're all ripping their faces off and they're all like fucking. What's his name? The dead one.
Oh yes, yeah.
Paul Thomas. No. Shit! What's his name?
I know, mate. That's gonna hurt.
The little fat man.
Has it got Van Kilmer in as well, hasn't it?
Oh, I can't remember. I've seen it once.
I watched one not too long ago. Like,
it's still a banger. Just like I can say Mission Impossible 2's a banger, and I've only seen the opening scene where he's on the rock climbing wall.
Oh, with Limp Bizkit.
Oh, the mountain rather.
Rock
climbing wall.
So it had Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, that's his name. He was a banger.
Rest in peace, that guy though. He was good.
Did he kill himself?
Best acting performance? No, it was like heroin. That's probably.
Oh yes, it was drugs, wasn't it?
It was a drug overdose, wasn't it?
Was that pesky heroin? I can't say it.
Heroin. He was in that film that we watched, James, ages and ages ago, when we were in Holland, which was called Violet, something Violets or something.
Palm the Violets.
Blue Violet.
What happened?
Was that like 3-hour film and it rained frogs at the end?
Oh, when all the when there was all the mad coincidences.
Yeah.
And at the start, the dude like jumped off the roof into a net, but at the same time, someone fired a shotgun out the window.
Yes. Yeah.
And killed him. That was
can't for the life of me remember what that was called.
Magnolia.
Was it not just called
Magnolia?
Yeah, Magnolia.
Yeah. Good movie. Purple Violets.
I loved it. Thinking that, like, what the hell?
Yeah, that was a good film.
Just gonna give a quick shout out to Ryan for resubbing. Thanks for the 5 months.
Yeah. Thanks, guy. Did you see that also accusing the Hunger Games and they're doing a Hunger Games prequel, series?
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think I care about that either.
I really like the concept of the Hunger Games. I really like the concept.
Yeah, a film popped up on Netflix to me yesterday, which was literally the Hunger Games, but it wasn't the Hunger Games.
Really?
Was it The Hunt?
What was it called?
The Hunt.
The Hunt's an absolute banger.
Nah, it was, but the picture was even the same as well. It was like a picture of 4 people, like all ready just to fight. It was called I'm sure it was called the something Games.
Wasn't that one of like the comedy spin-off ones? Do you know like how you always get them little things?
It just didn't come across as a spin-off, like epic movie.
Yeah, exactly like epic movie.
Yeah, it just didn't come across one of them. It came across of literally this is the Hunger Games. Maybe someone's made it into a TV series. I don't know.
No, I don't know. It could be similar source. Oh no, I know what you mean. It's right here. The Maze Runner. That's what it is.
I was going to say Maze Runner, but that didn't sound right to me.
Maze Runner. That's what you're seeing. Maze Runner.
I'm just gonna quick Google that.
Have we had any like really just bang on entertainment this week? Either of yous?
Donald Trump, like.
Oh God, let's not get political because I don't know what I'm talking about. You don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not even going political, mate.
Okay.
The fact he just told everyone that no, it's not the Maze Runner, but I know what that is.
No, definitely not.
Trump came out and said that.
There's a speech that said that you can just like inject yourself with disinfectant.
I think it's exceptionally dangerous to spread this misinformation.
You could see that. I don't want to go into it too much because I just don't like to entertain him. That's essentially what he wants. But you could see he didn't really know what he's talking to because every time he was saying stuff, he was looking to the professional, if you know what I mean. Like, we're going to test this, isn't that right? And then like looking at him, like, then this woman's just sitting there with like a to-do list, and it's just getting longer and longer. Like, I'm going to do this trial, which is absolutely bollocks, just for this. But he essentially told people to go on sunbeds. He's like, we'll get some lights, we'll get some heat, bob them on a sunbed, get some Dettol in them. I
missed all of this, to be fair. I saw the headlines and everything, but I haven't seen any videos or read into it.
I do have another thing.
Bad, like.
So, I've watched series 1 and series 2 of the Money Heist now. Rated. I thought it was very, very good. But because I'm scared to watch the rest because I think it's going to fall into like Prison Break style, where Prison Break was really good, and then they got out of prison, and then
there's nothing left.
There's no real plot. Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking about. It's going to happen in Money Heist. So I haven't started watching season 3 yet.
Money Heist flopped originally, like really bad, like really big. And they've made like a little documentary on like how it came about and how it flopped and how it's. Like,
I saw that little documentary thing, when it just interviews the people.
Yeah, because
I think it was probably because it was Spanish as well. It was dubbed. That probably threw.
Yeah, well, I think it was just the release of it. I don't think we got it straight away.
Is there a guy in that show that looks a lot like James Franco?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I thought it was a James Franco based thing when I first saw it pop up on Netflix. I've never watched it.
No,
probably never will watch
James
it.
Franco speaking Spanish.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. That guy is fucking nuts.
I just watched a movie with James Franco in regards of a bank robbery, in regards of world class entertainment, and it was actually horrendous because it's like supernatural and it's like a spooker at the same time. Don't watch it ever. It was just on Netflix, like as a recommended. You might want to watch this.
Was there a magical and mystical part?
Oh yeah, mate. I actually watched that again this week as well.
Did you?
Yeah, honestly, I need my fix.
What's this that you're talking about?
What's it called?
King Arthur.
King Arthur.
Oh right.
Like,
yeah.
Do you know how
once you get past the magical and mystical first 3 minutes?
God, I forgot about that. I'd forgot about that.
With like 15 minutes of like all of this intense, like demons and all of this, and it was like big graphics and like all. Then out anywhere, it's just like Charlie Hunnam mincing about old London essentially. But, like, they'd never really bring that back. Like it's just like, oh, what was that first 15 minutes? Like, what's actually going on?
I watched a comedy thing on Netflix recently this week that I've never laughed as like hard just watching something in a long time, and I highly recommend it. It's called Middleditch and Schwartz, and it's a long form improv show.
Yeah,
like 50-minute segments.
I fell asleep.
And it's Thomas Middleditch from Silicon Valley, and it's Ben Schwartz from Parks and Rec. And they're just playing all these different characters and just doing improv. It's just ridiculous and,
and they get, like,
silly and
sounds like quite an easy watch as well.
They keep on getting confused as to what characters they're playing, and they keep on like forgetting the names of the characters that they've made up. It's like an hour long, and it's funny. It's good. It's really, really good. I'd highly recommend it.
Sound good, yeah.
And also I watched the newest Star Wars film. That's something that I really want to talk about. Actually.
I was going to question you about that actually.
So episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. The Last Skywalker?
Haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it. I couldn't find it anywhere.
It's literally only just came out on I watched it on the Virgin Movie Store.
Right, that'd be why then.
Here come the jokes.
We went through the whole Star Wars thing, and then I was no, there's one that we haven't seen, and I was like, it's the Skywalker one. And I was like, I'm sure it's out there, and I think we just haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It said it was going to come out. It was meant to come out in like January or something like that.
Yeah.
And then it was just said it wasn't out. So.
Well, I fully expect it to be on Disney Plus when we subscribe to that.
Yeah,
it should be.
I imagine they're keeping it in like the locker, so to speak. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
I think they're still trying to rinse out as much money as they can, because you can buy it on Amazon, you can buy it on Virgin Stream, and you can probably buy it on Sky.
Then as soon as they'll see a subscriber potential sort of dip of like free trials going out the window, that's when you boom bang it.
How much did you pay for it, Dan?
So it was £4.99.
I might buy that.
Honestly, I'd say it was probably worth every penny.
Yeah.
It was one of the rent ones, so you get like 48 hours of it.
Yeah, 2 days.
Oh, because I thought
I watched it a couple of days ago now.
So I thought the last Star Wars film was better than all the previous ones.
So personally, I absolutely hate that film.
Which one?
Episode 8.
Is it called The Last Jedi?
The Last Jedi, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was alright.
I liked The Force Awakens quite a lot, but it is just a rehashing of A New Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you know how The Last Jedi sort of goes, actually, I didn't like much of The Force Awakens, so I'm going to make my own story. This movie, the newest one, goes, where I didn't like episode 2, so I'm going to go and not do that story and do my own story. They're like, each one overwrites each other.
No, I don't think like they were all writ consistently like a sitting,
No,
or at least
and
have
God
an
knows
idea
why they decided to change the director halfway through.
Yeah.
Like, if you got 3 movies, just have the same guy direct all 3.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
mate,
mental.
Don't be a simp. You know what I mean?
But I feel bad. I feel bad for people like Rian Johnson, because obviously he's a really good filmmaker. Like Knives Out was class.
Yeah.
But he just got stitched up with doing a shit Star Wars film in the middle.
Yeah, Knives Out 2 though. What are you going to say about that?
I've told you my opinion of that, mate.
I just need more Daniel Craig. I need Daniel Craig.
Gonna watch it. Yeah.
You see, the only negative point was his accent.
The donut shaped hole.
It was almost too much for me to handle.
Yeah. What's that? He's like the donut shaped hole.
Then, ding.
Yeah, on the piano. No, it was very good. I don't know what they would do for number 2 because I really like Chris Evans in it as well. I liked everyone actually. Michael Shannon. I liked them all.
Yeah. I liked it all. I just wish Daniel Craig sport on me. That's my only fault.
Yeah. Imagine if you used that accent in James Bond. What would you say about that?
But I went to see Knives Out with my gran in the cinema, and like the way my gran watches films is really funny because she reacts like out loud at loads of things.
Like
if you're trying to watch like a full-on action film, it's my word. She's like, like that, right? So I was sitting in the like pictures, just going like, please don't have like moments like that in this film because I don't think I can handle sitting there. But it was actually all right. There wasn't that much outbursts, so I didn't mind that. But I watched the Avengers with my gran. Oh my word! It was just non-stop, like
I've started watching the game because of Disney Plus. We had this conversation before, so I don't want to get into it.
Yeah,
but it just annoys. Like,
so that's,
I feel like the time difference of it all. You know, I need more movies now. Is my issue.
One of the biggest issues that I had with the new Star Wars, speaking of that sort of Avengers stuff, is that the end of the movie is essentially the same as the end of Endgame. You know, where like all the reinforcements show up at the last second, and she brings up her inner strength from nowhere, and they have like the "I am inevitable, I am Iron Man" shit.
Yeah.
Where well, I'm not going to ruin it.
Yeah.
But I'd say it's very good. It's worth the watch. I think if you got rid of the other 2 films and you just showed me that, I'd be perfectly fine with it. But it's the other 2 films that ruin it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like the Age of Ultron actually quite a lot. I'd maybe like Age of Ultron again.
I think we're talking about different things, right?
What's his name? Vision. I hate Vision. Hate him with a passion. I'd fight him.
I like Paul Bettany. I don't know. I think you thought we were talking about the Avengers. Well, I was talking about Star Wars doing the same as the Avengers.
All I've had is Andy Serkis and his dodgy little robot arm and Vision on my mind ever since we had a brief conversation. Other than that, though, Star Wars wise, I need more Kylo Ren in my life. I'm just a big Adam Driver fan.
It's the pants. Yeah. It's the high pants. Which there aren't enough. There aren't enough high pants in the new film. That's why it only gets from me an 8 out of 10. It's minus 2 points for the lack of 2 scenes of high pants.
Would the high pants give plus 2 points?
If there was 2 scenes of high pants, yeah, it would be the perfect film.
I do like the pants. Well, speaking of Adam Driver and Thingamabob, Daniel Craig, did you ever see Logan Lucky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I liked that one.
Yeah. Yeah, again, he had an accent, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had a weird accent.
Well, he was like Texan or something, wasn't he?
And didn't he only have like one arm or something? What was wrong with him?
No, Adam Driver only had one arm.
He did, didn't he? Yeah.
And low pants. I think that's going to be one of the big things coming out of this lockdown, is how high people's pants are. Because I think people are going to... Well, first of all, one of the other things about the lockdown is obviously a lot of people work from home now. including yourself, Michael. Do you think that the world is going to recognise working from home? Because in my opinion, this is like everybody, as a whole world, we should have gone, this is our opportunity to prove that work from home works.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But instead, I feel like everybody just went, I'm going to work in boxes.
Like, for example, I started pretty professionally in terms of working from home. Like, I got dressed.
Yeah.
But then, as obviously lockdown and not going out, that sort of thing, like, you do sort of slob a bit. But like, if I could go out every day, I'd probably just get dressed every morning, probably, if you know what I mean. So I'm back in the habit of putting jeans on and like a polo shirt or something of that nature.
Yeah.
But I think working from home works. I don't think every industry could do it, but I think it's sort of like, for example, if I've ever been in a position where like, I'm going to work from home today, you know what I mean? In my role, I probably could.
Yeah.
There would have been like, no, you've got to come in the office. Now I'm like, well, actually, I've worked for 8 weeks from home and it was effective. Yeah. So, what are you saying about that?
This is a second-hand fact from a friend, so don't quote me on this. But apparently, productivity went down by about 30% or something like that in the world during this, which is understandable. To be fair, there's a global fucking pandemic going on,
and people are at home. Like a lot of staff and colleagues of
myself, and like children,
they've got families at home and stuff, you know what I mean? They can't be as productive.
But do you think that even if it was something like a 5% drop down, do you think that businesses in general would go, oh, that's fine, we'll keep people working from home because who cares really? We don't need offices, we don't need to be spending money on computers and lights and heating and shit.
Yeah, I think it will open a few people's eyes, but then only a select few people, because our world's very much just like, oh well, let's get back to normal.
Yeah, overheads would definitely be a benefit of not working in an office.
I mean, there's
relationships and people, isn't it?
Nobody is going to tell you that they prefer going to work. You know what I mean? Only absolute fucking nutters are going to be like, oh, I'd rather have a morning commute than get up and have a cup of coffee and take me time to get logged on and shit.
I know, like, being a man who's participated in many meetings in his life, speaking to people face to face to over the phone, you get a lot more done. It's a lot more efficient if I'm in a position, which I am quite generally, of we need to get this sorted, fast paced, lots of moving parts. Doing that from home has been a nightmare. Like today, I've had quite a lot of issues where I've had to ring certain people to make sure they're doing this. Can I do this? That sort of thing. Organising all that from home has been a nightmare. Where if I was in the office, I'm like, right, I'm just going to walk down the floor, up some stairs, down some stairs. So I think a lot of offices, like call centers and stuff, they'll probably be able to go home based. I doubt they would, because call centers are pretty high on the productivity sort of thing. Like, you are a unit of work, you know what I mean? In that respect. And you can monitor that from inside of an office, where I think people's mentalities when working from home is like, and do this one bit of work. So normally in an office environment, if you do a bit of work, you get some wraparound time. So I've answered this call, I've done this, I've got a few minutes to do any bit of admin and then pick up the next one. I think working from home, a lot of people are taking advantage of that and extending that wraparound time quite a lot to elongate not doing work, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So what I used to do when I work at home is just, I didn't really give myself a time scale. I just knew if a job had to be done, as long as I did it by the end of the day, I'd be fine. Because like a lot of things was just not for, I didn't need to do it for that day. It just needed to be for like the weekend, say. So I just used to start work at like 12 p.m. and then just finish at like 8 at night.
Yeah.
So I'd get a call at like 10:30 in the morning going, oh, like, what you up to? I'm like, oh, I've just had breakfast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in no rush to do it, so.
I mean, what I've personally learned, being just a university student, is that I'm spending $9.5 grand a year on fuck all, essentially.
Well, that's what everyone says.
The fact that I can just, but it's been really eye-opening, like, realising that all it is now is they'll upload an hour of, like, a lecture online, you'll listen to it, and then they'll go, oh, by the way, make sure to log into your classes. You log into a class, it's just a Zoom call, and then they go, any questions about anything that the lecture was on? No? All right, well, I'm going to sit here awkwardly for an hour staring into a camera.
Yeah.
If anybody comes up with any questions in the next hour, let me know. Then you sit there for an hour.
I think that also goes back to the office environment, though, isn't it? Like, being able to teach in person, gauging people's facial interactions rather than 1 inch by 1 inch bit on a screen, if you know what I mean.
Definitely.
And they're not trained for that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Some people might find it hard to address like a group of people who are like virtually connected by tiny little screens.
Yeah, well, a lot of teachers, I imagine, are scared of confrontation, majority. Not so much for university teachers, to be fair. I imagine they just want to go and teach and get out, if you know what I mean, where if someone's not listening, they might, like, obviously in a university, I think you'd have to go like, oh, Danny, pal, are you listening?
Yeah, there's a lot of the like, I'm either a really cool teacher or I'm a really like serious teacher sort of vibes going on, where like the cool ones will be like, I'm gonna dead put society here, and the badass ones are like, oh, you got no notes? Oh, you got no notes, mate? Get the fuck out of my class, lad. Didn't come back until you got your notes.
Whiplash style.
Yeah, not my fucking like, tempo.
Managing that over like a web call, you wouldn't be able to do it, would you? Like, say,
no, you definitely can't.
If you're like looking on your phone and there's like a full web call going on, I wouldn't be a teacher going like, "Oh, pal, Dan, what
ban that webcam down." Oh, not that far down.
So I think it's a weird vibe. I think there's only so much you can do, but I think it'll open up businesses' eyes quite a lot. Like, the functionalities there, like Zoom and Skype, have always been available and they've been used. Like, I use video call facilities quite a lot. I work for just a lot of the people I speak to, be it people that work in my business or other businesses that I do business with. I value them quite a lot as like rather just colleagues. So we do FaceTime because it's just more personable, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bit of banter that way. I think it's progressed that quite a lot. So I think that'll be more common going forward, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like video conferences.
I agree.
Yeah, where a lot of people's just calls, emails, random meetings. Where now it's like, right, we need something done. Well, we've done it for 6 weeks or however long.
I am quite envious though now of like anybody that does open university courses, because this is all they've ever known. They were born in the online environment.
Yeah,
I mean, they adapted to it.
It's a weird one, like, because I haven't luckily had to Zoom anyone from work yet. It's all been relatively easy, just phone calls, bits and bobs. Because at the minute it's just very admin heavy, so it's just like, there you go, crack on.
Yeah.
But like, I can only imagine like how other businesses are working. Like, if I was doing my day-to-day job, well, I'd normally be doing, I've got to communicate with people like so many times a day. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that much at home.
Have you had the awkwardness of food deliveries since this has happened? Like,
yeah.
Have you had many takeaways delivered?
No.
Yeah, I think I've had both. Yeah.
So, what do you prefer at the minute? I've been trying to weigh up these two options in my mind for as long as this lockdown's been going on. Do I prefer when I just put my food on the dirty floor, or when they hand it to me in these horrible latex gloves? See, I can't work out which one I prefer.
My delivery drivers haven't been following code. Like,
they shake your hand. Rub your face.
There was one time he put it on the floor, but it was from Domino's, and there wasn't that dodgy brown box that's meant to be on the bottom, if you know what I mean. So this is my hot pizza.
I've had a lot of just floor food, yeah. That's what I mean.
I was like, fair on, mate. I can't really shout at you because, like, what you gonna do? We're not gonna fight each other. Like, then yesterday when I ordered my food, like, because getting to my flat anyway is relatively hard. So he rang us and he's like, I don't know where you are, mate. I was like, okay, well, I'm on the left. Then like, he beeped his horn, whipped around the corner. I was like, I could have been anyone. Like, you could be giving your pizza to a random first and foremost. But I was like, I'll let you off. People shouldn't be on the streets. I said I would be on the street. And he's like, he's your pizza. Didn't look at us in the eye. Just like passes my pizza and walked off. Like, in a really smooth motion. But like, he wasn't wearing gloves. Once again, no dodgy brown box. And it was just like, there's some pizza, and like shoved it into my chest. Now I grab it like this.
Yeah, like a crocodile.
Yeah, and I was like, well, cheers, mate. I'll see you later. And I had a bottle of Lil, so that was like under my chin.
Yeah,
I was like walking back.
There's nothing quite like the under the chin bottle It's the best move. That and talking on the phone, but having stuff in your hands. They're my two favourite moves that humans can do.
I kind of do that. I kind of have my phone like.
It's so much fun. I love seeing it.
Since I became rich, I don't have to do that because I've got AirPods now.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, you got us that one.
But I also had an awkward experience with just a general delivery, where now if it's a delivery that you've got to sign for, I don't know if you've had this happen, but if it's a delivery that you're meant to sign for, rather than signing for it, now they just need to take a picture of you holding the package inside your house.
Oh, man, this happened to Harriet.
This actually happened to me today.
It's so fucking awkward.
This morning I was on a live chat, like working away, doing my job, and then like my doorbell rang, and I was like, "What do I do? Like, I've got to go down ultimately. Like that's probably more urgent." And probably these people often say I was doing whatever.
Yeah.
Luckily it finished. And then I went down. I was like, right, I'll do it. I'll get back in touch with you. Went downstairs, and there was just a bloke at the bottom of the stairs before you get in, and there was just 2 parcels on the floor. I was looking at me. He's like, "Flat 8, pal," and I was like, "Yeah, mate." And out of nowhere, some bloke came behind us in his pajamas, and I was like, "You right?" And he's like, "Is that mine?" And he's like, "What flat are you in?" So it was like 3 of us with like a Mexican stand-up, like, which parcels is. And he needed to take a picture of us. And like I was getting judged because my parcel was like bigger. And I was like, "Hey, there's blokes in the back of my little parcel picture."
So awkward.
That happened to Harriet as well. But she was like, he opened the door and put the parcel down. And he went, "Oh, I have to put it down because obviously it's got to be like contactless."
Yeah.
And then he was like, "But then I need to take a photo of you with the parcel." And she's like, "What? So do I have to pick up the parcel?" He's like, "No, just put it down. So I just need to show that it's in your doorway."
Yeah.
He's like, "Right. So do I need to be in the photo?" He's like, "Oh, just stand there." So I'm just like, "I think you just took a picture of us."
Yeah, they're just taking pictures of people. It's so.
Yeah, I don't think even it's
great.
That one, you just wanted a picture.
I think it's fantastic. Like, don't get us wrong. I think it's a brilliant solution to a problem that we didn't really have.
There's going to be some good photos at the end of it, like.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
I hope they just release them all.
But the last delivery driver that I had, who delivered my whiteboard, I was just having some small talk with him while he was on his little thing doing whatever, and I was like, "Been busy today, mate?" And he's like, "I've got over 450 deliveries today," and I was like, "That's actually mental." I'm saving it all to the cloud now, mate. Run out of memory.
That is a hell of a lot of deliveries.
Like, how do you get through that many in a day?
I don't know if that's possible.
Some graph that well, unreal one.
Oh, I just realised that my mic was muted.
Guy, it's mental, isn't it? Like 450, like
not for the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just my great joke about packages.
They keep absolutely like abusing the bushes in my front garden. Honestly, every time I go out, I find a parcel in the bush. Like I don't even know what I've ordered. I go out and there's a parcel in the bush. Just every day now. It's like part of my routine.
I'll be honest.
I waited about 12:30 and just walked out, and there's always something in the bush.
What I didn't like was we had some. Obviously, our letterboxes are inside like the porch of the flat, if you know what I mean. Yeah. The bloke who delivered the actual letters couldn't be bothered to put them in each individual docket, so you just hide like 10 letters on the floor.
Yeah.
And I was like trying to look through to see which one's mine without touching other people's posts.
Contactless,
like,
isn't it?
Yeah, it was like it's a very minimal thing. Like I don't have the COVID, to my knowledge, but at the same time, I was like, it'd be very rude of us just to be rambling about other people's stuff. Like,
no, I agree.
I've got to be self-conscious how that would look. You know what I mean?
But I also respect the postman. Just the choice that he made. Yeah. He saw an opportunity. He took it. You gotta respect that.
Who's going to question him? Who's going to ring them up and go, "There's all this post on the floors. You a postman?" And no, I'll put them in the right place.
Speaking of post and postage and stuff, I know we had this conversation earlier in the week, Mickey, but I've been getting hit with so many like emails recently of your order is on its way.
Oh yeah, mate, it's ridiculous. I keep ordering stuff.
Having zero knowledge of ordering things. I'm getting like.
You still go through the phase of getting drunk and ordering.
Yeah, stuff. Because normally on a weekend I get drunk, just go out in town and spend loads of money. Now I'm getting drunk in my house and going, well, where am I going to spend all this money?
Yeah, no,
I'm just ordering like shite, absolute shite that I don't want or need.
I was saying to Danny earlier, James. I think it was last Saturday, potentially it might have been Friday. I ordered £120 worth of posters. Posters, mate. One of them is, however, Ryan Gosling looking hot in Blade Runner 2049.
And the other one is Tim Allen as Santa Claus in the Santa Claus.
Yeah,
that's a sick film. That I'll take a post for that.
But no,
it can be yours for $49.99.
I think what happened was I looked at one. I was like, that's pretty nice. That I sort of was putting it in my basket. What was going through my mind was like, would it look good? It would look out of place, just a singular poster, that sort of thing. I was like, what else is there here?
Should have bought cardboard cutout.
Oh, that would have been good.
If you had to buy a cardboard cutout of any sled, what cardboard cutout would it be?
It would have to be.
Situation. Like, where's it going in my kitchen?
I think it has to be a guy that you respect, because you can't be a sexy girl. Because that's one step too close to a body pillow.
What about if I respect her though?
There's no such thing as a woman that you respect. Jesus, I'm sorry. don't hashtag me to me.
It's done. I think like a Ryan Reynolds looking judgingly in my kitchen. I think that's what I would need.
Ryan Reynolds or Ryan Gosling?
Ryan Reynolds. Like,
actually,
Ryan Gosling couldn't judge you. You know
saying
what I mean?
that, you could just want like Gordon Ramsay in your kitchen, couldn't you? And then you'd always have to be like, yes, chef.
No, that wouldn't be any good because it wouldn't give us anything at all. Like I wouldn't feel judged. I would just be making my food and going, "It's raw." You know what I mean? Like,
but I wouldn't do that anyway.
Yeah, but like
at this point, I think it would have to be just a John Tickle cutout. Speaking of John Tickle,
if you could find a John Tickle cardboard cutout online.
Speaking of John Tickle, right?
I'll buy you it.
I sort of had that moment during this week of clarity of like who is John Tickle? Like, do we know that he's not a nonce? Do we know that he's not like spouting out some horrible sort of views online or anything? We never really checked when we made him our mascot.
Where is he?
I went on his Twitter, and essentially he's just still a wholesome dude tweeting out science stuff.
Oh, they are then.
Still a nice man. So it was
obviously you got quite a good judge of character, really.
Then yeah. I'm really happy as well.
I don't know.
Imagine if we had to rebrand at this stage.
It'd be over. I think we'd have to burn it down and start again.
I mean, realistically, we still need to rebrand.
We'll have to
do my head in a bit.
I like the tickles.
I was sorting out the YouTube thing today. Just putting the banner on and putting on the profile picture.
Is it the YouTube banner horrible size?
Mate, I've had to move things around and change sizes and do some terrible stuff.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. It's probably my least favorite banner size.
It's the fact that it tries to size it. It tries to size it for a TV. Who ever sees a channel banner on TVs? Who?
Oh, mate, I'm seeing them all the time on TVs.
It's insanity. You are one of the insane people.
Just really quick about the banners. Facebook banner as well, right? They have it. Obviously, you can only upload one picture as your Facebook banner, but they have two different sizes. So the Facebook banner for what you see on mobile is completely different from what you see on a desktop.
I'm aware.
So one of them has to be wrong. So you just have like an oversized border.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's horrendous to work with.
I've got a private Facebook page for work, and it's like a group, like a page where I post stuff in for materials, this, that, and the other. So I had to create one. I was like, I'll just sling like a beach or something on as my header. Then I was like, it's not a skill, so I had to get our creative department to actually make one.
You know what, Mickey? That's really smart. You must have a high IQ to be making moves like that.
Oh, man.
Do you like that segue?
Oh,
it's time, boys. We've got 15 minutes left in the show.
It's time.
It's time for us to do what we promised at the start. We are going to reveal our IQs.
I think I'll go Moist Boy 1, 2, then 3.
So what I will say is...
If people don't know what's happened...
Get yourself in, I'll let you down.
So what I will say about this is we all know that James's girlfriend did the same IQ test.
Why would you just drop that in?
Because we
so
all
people know you've got one, mate.
we all laughed at the results, proving that we all had higher than what she told us that she did.
Right.
So we all know a roundabout a broad sense of where we are.
And
is the point of that.
We all know that we're extremely brilliant.
And 100% this is just a reskinned Facebook test. I'm getting the excuses in early. It's not accurate. We went through it with the actual answers after we finished this. We got 30 out of 30 right, sorry. And we still didn't get the max score. But, alright, no reactions until all the numbers are read out. Are you ready?
Who's going first?
Moist Boy 1.
Dan.
Can I start with the first number? Can we all do the first number first?
Well, no, just say it.
Just say it, Dan.
But I'm so scared because I'm the first one, and this could. Okay, 100
is like absolute.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, you got 200.
My score
Jesus
from the 30 questions was 154 out of 200.
100
how many, sorry?
154. 154.
Oh! Spicy boy.
Well done. Done. Do you want to hear what Moist Boy 2 got?
I do, yes.
It starts with a 1 and ends with a 1. But do you want to hear the number in between?
Is it 5?
Oh, no, mate, it's not. It's not 5.
Was it?
It's 6!
Oh.
161.
Yeah.
Mine was 142.
Wow, I fully expected us to all get the exact same score.
But the thing is, though, what also...
So there's one question in it. So there's one question
scores,
between me and Mickey and one question between me and Jebs.
All them scores are like
it could be time.
Scores, you know.
Yeah, no, it's 100% not an accurate test.
Yeah.
And we clickbaited the fuck out of this one.
Yeah.
We didn't pay for it. It was a free test.
We got dragged in. We saw the headlines.
It was a hard test, mind.
I think we should do one every week.
Yeah, we should do a quiz every week.
Quiz on specific
for the quiz. Yeah, like a.
Oh, like a pub quiz.
Yeah, like do you know your Leeds United footballers from 1926?
Why don't we do a Moist Boys pub quiz? We could stream it. Yeah, we could stream a quiz. One of us hosts, the other two answer and chat answers as well.
I feel like you would need some moderation in the chat as well, as opposed to
just honest system. If people want to cheat, then they can cheat.
Oh, mate.
It's not like there'll be prizes.
No, please, rabble, mate.
I'm not giving away no prizes.
Well, I'm glad we did that IQ test. That was cool.
Yeah, I'm glad we've ascertained what we probably already knew.
I think when we went through the answers, I think
you got a couple of lucky guesses
that we didn't know, and all of us had questions that we did know, type thing.
There was a few where I definitely knew it 100%. And there was a few where I guessed and got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say I had educated guess.
Yeah.
No, I didn't just
obviously highly educated guess.
Did you answer I don't know for any of the questions?
No, not
a single one. All of them, and I got.
That's funny that, mate, considering you don't actually have proof of that on you right now.
So we have we did all screenshot our results, so I'm posting in a Discord probably. We have 10 minutes left of the show, so I think it's worth introducing our newest segment, which is going to be our movie club.
Movie club.
Movie club.
The point of movie club is that we're all going to name a film that we want to watch in time for next week, where we will talk about the film for like the last 15 minutes of the show, last 20 minutes, something like
that. So, quick question. Are we all going to watch the same film?
We're all going to watch the same film.
3 films. Okay.
No, we're all going to watch the same film. That is one of our suggestions. Essentially, is the plan.
Okay, lovely.
Hopefully, if there is chat about, we'll get their input and all that, and we'll just talk about all that sort of stuff. So with that in mind, we have each came up with a film that we would like to watch this week. I guess if nobody is in chat, then we'll just choose between us which one we're going to watch. If there is anybody in chat, then they can choose for us which one we're going to watch. We also might do like a movie night on Discord. I'm not sure yet. I haven't told you guys this yet, but it was just an idea that I was thinking to myself. We could potentially watch a film on the Discord server.
Yeah, I'll be fine with that.
Yeah. So that in mind, what have you bought? Yeah.
I'm going Extraction, featuring Hot Boy Chris Hemsworth.
Is this a brand new Netflix?
It's new today, as of today. Directed by the Russo boys.
Oh, is it the Russo boys?
Oh yeah, mate. It's about an Australian mercenary who's fighting with his conscience.
All right.
In regards of what to do in the future, he's been given orders, but it comes right out that them orders are a bit immoral and unjust, potentially illegal from the government. So there's all of that element. You know what I mean? Apparently, actually very good. Not just a hot boy action movie, if you know what I mean.
Interesting. And you haven't seen this? Well, obviously it's been out a day.
No, mate. I was going to watch it today, but I was like, no.
No, I don't think I've seen that. Definitely not.
No.
Well, so it just came out today, so if you haven't seen it today, you haven't seen it, Jim.
So
I haven't seen it, mate, now.
Hot Boy Hemsworth in Extraction. James, what are you bringing to the table?
So mine's a bit of a classic, and I haven't seen it, but it has some of the best, like, well, I've heard that it has some of the best, like, shots and cinematography of the time, and it's very interesting to watch. And the opening
is it
scene,
black and white?
The opening scene gets referenced in quite a lot of arty crap, but it's actually it's Taxi Driver.
Oh,
I've seen it.
I've never seen it.
Okay, that's a film that I haven't seen.
DVD.
Yeah.
I will say this much.
Robert De Niro, isn't it?
I will say this much. My father once went away on a business trip and watched Taxi Driver. When he came back, he told me it was very boring.
Boring? I'd say, yeah.
It is. It's one of them where it's like Breaking Bad, where there's a lot happening, but not a lot of attention to it, if you know what I mean. And it sort of all happens and passes you by with any sort of real good.
Right,
like,
yeah.
That's the punchline, if you know what I mean. So, like, obviously, you see all that, like, you're talking to me.
I mean, personally, it's a film that I haven't seen, and I have always been interested to see, which is sort of the point of this segment. I want to see films that I wouldn't normally watch by myself.
Yeah.
But saying that, my suggestion is a film that I have seen before, and just a film that I've been really wanting to watch again for a long, long time, and one of my personal favourite films. And that is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Oh.
It's another fellow Avenger. It's Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Val Kilmer, yeah.
Val Kilmer. It's a odd film.
It's
very funny.
Watching that in Holland.
Yeah, I think we did watch it in Holland.
But I feel like I loosely remember watching a lot of films in Holland.
It's got a big vibe check from me.
It's very funny. It's very stylistic.
Yeah.
It's just awesome. Is all I can say about it.
I vibe with RDJ in a major way. Not so much recently.
Would you get a cardboard cutout of him?
No. Do you know what he's done? With Avengers, he's done what Johnny Depp done with Captain Jack Sparrow. He's just went full character, you know what I mean? So now I can't respect him for anything else.
Yeah.
Wow. You will respect him when you watch him in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I respected him then. That was a big vibe.
Right.
But modern day, mate.
Is there a scene that way something happens to his finger?
No spoilers, James, but yes.
Right. I do loosely remember watching that then.
So I guess the question is anybody in chat?
Not too sure, guy. Don't think
if
so.
They are, is there any movie in particular that they would want to watch? Because again, this is meant to be an engaging segment where we can talk. Oh, chef, straight in there.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
You know what's around, chef? You don't want to see hot boy Chris Hemsworth get his hands dirty and punch some people around the bifters.
I do want to watch that film, but next week, if we do my suggestion this week, then we'll go around in a circle, and then next week it'll be your suggestion, I guess, Mick.
Oh, absolutely. No, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang wins, because by the time next week, mate, I'm not going to lie to you, I'll have watched Chris Hemsworth get his hands dirty. It'll be a brand new, fresh suggestion by then.
Sick.
Awesome. Well, okay, so some night this week, hopefully we'll try and organise a Moist Boys movie night in the Discord.
Yeah.
where we'll live stream Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I don't know if that's legal or not.
Let them try and find us, Dan.
Yeah.
The thing is,
problems to deal with, Dan.
The thing is, I'll be watching it on my TV, and I'll just be wearing some sunglasses in the same scenario I'm in now. So if you catch it in the reflection of my sunglasses, is that my fault?
Top quality meme, that one. It wasn't even a meme. It was like a live meme. It was a meme
really
happening.
good,
yeah. No.
10 out of 10 for me.
Do you think he has like in his Instagram bio like he was the glasses guy?
Got that one.
Because I think I would.
Like Pooh Girl from Tea in the Park.
Yeah.
She's just now known as Pooh Girl. Right, decent. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Kiss Bang Bang.
Kiss Bang Bang it is.
Kiss Kiss
Plug
Bang.
it in.
Alright.
Kiss Bang Kiss Bang 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 Kiss Kiss.
Also, very good song by High Contrast.
Yeah, mate, I don't know who they are because, believe it or not,
You need Amazon
nerdy techno
Prime.
music.
So Chef's just said you need Amazon Prime to participate in watch parties on Twitch.
You want to do it
what about
Discord,
on Discord though?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm thinking if we just go live on Discord, and everybody mutes themselves in the chat room.
That should work. Well, we watched the best film of 2020, The Hunt.
We did.
So,
but to be fair, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did talk for about 30 minutes of that because it was just bizarre.
Yeah, and again, that was just us chilling out watching films together. We'll meant to chat.
Don't.
The opening scene's probably worth watching again. I really like the opening.
No.
It's just like, whoa, that was close.
I can't like it because what I know what happened later on in the movie.
I'm just upset that Dennis wasn't in it more.
Yeah, I don't know why. It must have been like one of the friends, like whoever directed it, cast it. They've got to have some blokes powerful enough to go like, I'll just get some of my Maras in, and they'll do. What have you? Because I don't think Dennis needed the paycheck for that.
It just
of course
reminded
it's illegal.
me of just classic Dennis. Really, I just couldn't get rid of Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis is the boy. Right, as long as Chef
Johnny
we
Depp's
don't
character.
As long as we don't get reported by anyone.
Yeah, they'll not catch us.
Don't mind breaking the law.
What's life without a bit of spice? You know what I mean?
All right. Well, I think that just about wraps up this week's Talking Wet.
Yeah, it does, bro.
I can't remember what we've talked about. I never can. So uploading this on YouTube is going to be fun, and writing the description is going to be fun.
As always. Click 3 hot young men.
Thank you. Thank you for.
Never guess what happens next.
Joining me today, boys.
That's
always my pleasure.
And thank you, everybody that's stopped by to watch, and everybody that's watching this on YouTube. If anybody is, who knows? Catch us same time, same place next week.
Probably not the same time. Probably a bit earlier.
Yes, hopefully earlier. And yeah, stay safe.
Catch us over there, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye now.